Let's look at how to maintain your contact center. Uh, as part of your maintenance, you'll have to update your contact center. When I say update your contact center, meaning Salesforce as a product has 3 releases in a year. And similar to this releases, where Salesforce kinds of provides new features, there are new features available for Service Cloud as well, and that is part of your contact center. So over a period of time within one release, you might have like multiple updates over a period of time. And you'd be able to see here in this documentation, I'll provide you the link. But ideally, if there are like more than one release for a contact center that is available, then you'd be able to see this dot version, meaning if it is 17.0 version that gets released, then it would be 17.1 and 17.2 over a period of time. And you can see that uh, this kinds of fix any of the bugs within Salesforce, Service Cloud Voice, or there are new features that are available. So you can see that, and this contact center release aligns with Salesforce release. So if you are working in Salesforce ecosystem, you know how these releases are important and then, like how it would impact your org. So that is something that you'll have to maintain specifically for Service Cloud Voice. The key feature here is that if we are having any custom Lambda functions over your standard Lambda functions that are provided by Salesforce, that gets kind of overridden. So that is what is mentioned here, that Salesforce occasionally updates your Lambda code that is specifically for the standard functions that Salesforce provides out of the box. But if in case that you have any customization over the standard Lambda functions, then you'll have to manually override it because Salesforce will kind of have its own version. So if you have any custom Lambda functions, always have it separate. But if you plan to, or within your scope that you plan to have your custom logic within your standard Lambda functions provided by Salesforce, then every time you update the contact center, you'll have to override the code. Now, how do you see that is when you log into your Salesforce org, if you're an admin or contact center admin, you'd be able to see this update or a header saying that a critical update is available for your voice contact center. And when you click on it, it will navigate to your contact center detail page. If you have more than one contact center, you'd be able to see it on this page, but you'll know what version of your contact center is. And this specifically for Amazon Contact Center. But if you're in partner contact center, you might see a different way of like upgrading it. I'll see if I can create a video for that. But this video is specific for upgrading your Amazon Connect contact centers. And if you click on your contact center detail page, you will be able to see this version. But let's say for now, I can't see the button because I might not be a contact center admin. That's the reason. So I'm going to quickly switch to my user record and assign contact center admin permission to my user. I'm on contact center permission assignment. Let's say I'll assign contact center admin save. And if I switch back to the user, or sorry, if I switch back to the contact center detail page, I'll be able to see install updates. So this is straightforward because your content stack in AWS is maintained by Salesforce, so you don't have to like pretty much worry about anything. But when you install it, always try to install in Sandbox once the release is available, and then do a regression testing in Sandbox. If everything looks good, then move it out to production. Pretty much, you might find one or two issues that are popping up, either your contact center upgrade fails or something that goes wrong. One good advantage over this is that this is not going to break any of your existing setup, meaning that it goes into a state that has no impact. Worst case scenario, you can always reach out to Salesforce support to get guidance or like help in like upgrading the contact center. But I'll walk you through what happens behind the scenes. Uh, a general recommendation that I would say is that anytime that you try to upgrade your contact center, this is something that I always find it more useful. So if you scroll down, you'll see something called as health of your contact center. And then like when you click on service check, it will ask for email for you to like run it. It would just take a moment to kind of check your health of your contact center, and once it is done, you will receive an email to the email that you have provided here. This is how it would look like for a specific contact center. So the SSO is passed, contact center, create contact center is good, provision role exists, and tenant stack is there, and contact center stack is there. So if everything looks good, you can actually go ahead and like update your contact center if something goes wrong, or like if you get an error here. This checks like five things. If something is wrong with at least one of the items that it checks, then your contact center might actually not get updated. So you would know that you will have to fix that. You can reach out to support to know why something is wrong here. But straightforward, click on install update. And if you have updated anything, like this is a general recommendation that do the update in non-business hours so that like if something goes wrong, you can still have time to like get back to the old stage or like fix it. But again, this gets into a state that doesn't like impact anything, so you can still do it, but always do it in non-business hours. And then like you can click on install updates. So this will be updating the contact center. So let's look what happens in AWS. In contact center, I'll go into CloudFormation stack and the region that I'm in, North Virginia region, and then like I'm gonna refresh this. So you can see that the update is in progress. So it updates the primary stack first, and I've also opened the actual region where my contact center is there. I'll refresh the stack here, but the update will not happen here until the primary stack update is complete. So primary stack will be always North Virginia. So I'm gonna refresh it here and then see how long it takes. Generally this takes between like 5 minutes to like 30 minutes depending upon like which release version that you are in. I am in 17.1 and then like I will get upgraded to 18.0. So this is one thing, always your primary stack gets updated, and once that is done, you would be able to it will automatically update that actual contact center region stack. So let's see this the primary stack. So it will take still time. So yeah, it is updated. Let's switch back here, and then I'm gonna release the non-nested one because again, like this is the primary of this, and like other are like the nested stack. So the primary would hit here, but it generally takes time because these are all backend jobs managed by Salesforce, and then it takes time. But let's look at here. So I'm getting into the stack, and if there is anything that you always wanted to see, you can get into events to see here. Let's see, I'm recording this video on August 16th, so you can see that this is update in progress, which got kicked in today, and then whichever resource or whichever uh, record or resource it updates, you'll be able to see the status of here, and you can see the stack info that the status is update complete. So this is where you'll be able to track, and if something goes wrong, unless you are into AWS ecosystem that you know what you're doing, uh, don't mess up the stack is something that I would generally recommend because it's hard to like recreate the resource mapping and everything would become hard, and Salesforce is kind of evolving over a period of time. So initially you might not have access to this tenant stack, but I think at this point you might have access to it. But again, if you are in Salesforce ecosystem and just managing Amazon Connect and you don't know anything about CloudFormation template, then like don't mess it up. But if you are in AWS ecosystem that you pretty much know how to manage it, how to resolve issues, then you can go ahead and like perform certain actions. I won't mention any of those actions here, but then like if you are pretty solid in CloudFormation stack maintenance, then you can like perform certain steps. I'll quickly see, yeah, I just navigated to the screen and I can see the update is in progress. And when I click on view nested and then like refresh it, you will see that each stack gets updated based on the update that Salesforce provides. This is one general thing. And again, if I come back here, you can see that the contact center is still upgrading. I can just cancel it and then like refresh my screen here. So until the upgrade is complete, you will still see this message and the other messages. Once it gets upgraded to the latest version, this icon goes away, and then this pop-up goes away as well. Other than that, it should be straightforward. Once the update is complete, you will receive two emails. One email is stating that your contact center upgrade is successful, and the second email is something that talks about your key pair expiration date. So earlier, what used to happen is that this key pair expiration is something related to single sign-on part of like voice call creation. This shouldn't like heavily impact, but you should always have your keys updated. That's a general security practice that always maintain your key within a active status. But since most of the customer used to have issues, Salesforce recently had an upgrade in this where whenever you try to update your contact center, it also updates your key pair as well. So your Salesforce AWS private and public key gets automatically updated. So when the installation is complete, you'll also see the key pair expiration date will get upgraded to the next year, but then it would be in the same month and same date. So which means it'll be for a year. Let's go back here and then see. Yeah, as I said that you can see that all of the stacks are getting updated and certain stacks are like complete. Now if I go to the primary stack and go into events, we can always come back here and then like refers to the same date. Let me go to the start part of it. It might have a lot of events, so always look into the right one. I think we are close to it. Yeah, you can see here that it started here and then like a lot of updates had happened here. We'll go back to the stacks, view nested, and then like refresh it again. I can see all the stacks are complete and I can go back to Salesforce and refresh the screen. Yeah, you can see 18.0 and then like my pop-up has gone. I'll show you a couple of emails that I got from Salesforce. So this would be the first one that it says that you'd receive it on the same subject that the contact center was updated, and you can see the latest release notes here. And then the second email would be stating that your key pair was updated as well. So this is the second email that it says that the key pair was updated. Now I'll close this out and you can see that the key pair updation is successful and the expiration is same day month, but it is 2026, so it is extended for 1 year. Hopefully this helps you understand like how to do a refresh, how to maintain it, but they should give you a overall summary and then like if something goes wrong that you see that the updation is stuck or like something fails, uh, if you don't know anything about CloudFormation stack or like how to resolve it, just reach out to Salesforce and like they'll guide you to resolve the issue. But again, let's say like if something went wrong, you would have received an email saying that the contact center update was like unsuccessful or like failed. And when it is in failed state, like most of the customers or like most of the developers might have a concern like, does something goes wrong in my contact center? So like it goes into a state that doesn't like impact anything, so you're still good. So hopefully this helps you understand like how to do it and what are the steps that you'll have to look into. Hopefully this helps. Thank you.